Revealing new changes in the Yonder storyline. Sharon Newman has just been kidnapped, an event that has shaken Genoa City, Wisconsin. At the same time, Phyllis Summers is suddenly caught up in a new conspiracy by Jordan and Ian Ward, the two men behind the evil plans that are causing chaos in the community. Phyllis, who has always had a grudge against Sharon, refuses to believe that Sharon is innocent. In her eyes, Sharon's actions are just a play to avoid justice. Sharon was accused of killing Heather and trying to frame Phyllis' son, Daniel. To Phyllis, Sharon has always been dangerous, and what is happening only reinforces that hatred. However, Phyllis has no idea that she has made a mistake. Sharon is not only a victim of Ian and Jordan's plot, but these evil people are also using Phyllis' hatred to take advantage of her. Ian, the cunning mastermind, told Jordan that Phyllis would be the perfect pawn. To push Sharon and Phyllis into a confrontation, Ian planned to kidnap Sharon, drug her, and set up an elaborate scenario to heighten suspicion between the two women. When she discovered Sharon was being held captive in a remote house, Phyllis could not sit still. At first, she intended to rush in to rescue her just to prove that Sharon was the culprit. But things took an unexpected turn when Phyllis faced the truth. Sharon was not the bad guy in this story. It was Jordan and Ian who had set everything up to push the two women into an endless war. In a breathtaking moment, Phyllis unexpectedly became the hero when she saved Sharon from the hands of two assassins. This action not only turned all initial predictions upside down, but also opened up a surprising cooperative relationship between Phyllis and Sharon. Returning from her nightmare, Sharon is forced to confront her past actions. She admits to killing Heather and framing Daniel, but she also retracts her previous statements, claiming that she was coerced by people like Ian and Jordan. Sharon's confession leaves Phyllis confused. How can she trust someone who tried to destroy her life? However, as the evidence comes to light, Phyllis has to rethink the truth. The threatening messages she received from Sharon were actually part of Jordan's plot. Jordan used Sharon's phone to lure Phyllis into danger. In fact, it was Jordan who tried to push Phyllis off the path she was on, not Sharon. Phyllis and Sharon, two people who used to be fierce rivals, are now forced to work together to expose the crimes of Ian and Jordan. This unlikely pairing is tense but no less interesting. Sharon, who Phyllis has always considered a symbol of hypocrisy, is the one who brings important clues about Ian's next plan. Meanwhile, Phyllis, who is often considered a troublemaker by the community, proves to be a strong fighter, ready to stand up against injustice. The two begin to uncover the layers of evil that Ian and Jordan have created. From psychological manipulation, to causing division, to more brutal acts. What they face is not only physical danger but also deep psychological wounds. Phyllis and Sharon's fight against Ian and Jordan not only helps them find common ground, but also brings hope for reconciliation. Sharon realizes that she needs to atone for what she has done, while Phyllis also understands that not everything is black or white. In Genoa City, new surprises keep happening, and no one can predict the future. But amid the darkness of crime and division, one thing is certain: Phyllis and Sharon, despite being women with troubled pasts, can still become the guiding light for justice. The Young and the Restless is more complicated than ever with unexpected twists and turns. The relationship between Sharon and Phyllis, from sworn enemies to reluctant allies, is a bright spot, bringing depth and intense emotion to the plot. Where will this cooperation go? Can the likes of Ian and Jordan be completely defeated? We can only wait for the next developments in the fierce war of Genoa. Sharon, a strong woman with a troubled past, is facing the biggest challenge of her life. Pressured by baseless accusations and framed by an unknown villain, Sharon is determined to clear her name from scandal. But what she doesn't realize is that the person behind this plot is not just one, but two evil men: Ian Ward, a schemer, and Jordan, his loyal henchman. Although Sharon still doesn't know the whole truth, she realizes that she needs to stand up, not only to protect herself but also to regain the trust of those who love her. In the face of slander and suspicious eyes, Sharon remains calm, despite the hostility from Phyllis Summers, with whom she has had a long-standing feud. The relationship between Sharon and Phyllis has long been the center of attention in Genoa City. The hatred began with the tragic loss of Sharon's daughter, Cassie Newman. This loss led to a series of heartbreaking events and irreconcilable misunderstandings between the two women. Phyllis always believed that Sharon was the cause of all the troubles in her life, while Sharon felt excluded, subjected to harsh judgment that no one understood. Although Sharon didn't care much about what Phyllis said, She knew that she had to overcome this animosity to face the real enemy. That becomes even more difficult when Jordan, under Ian's orders, kidnaps Sharon just before the new year. On New Year's Eve, as Genoa City celebrates the arrival of the new year, Sharon leaves the guild to find some peace and quiet. But that peace is quickly shattered when Jordan suddenly appears, knocking her unconscious and drawing her into a scheme darker than ever. New Year's cheers ring out inside the guild, but outside, Sharon lies unconscious, a victim of a dangerous plot. Ian Ward, from the shadows, has planned every step perfectly, believing that this is the best way to take Sharon down, while at the same time sending her into a spiral of doubt with no way out. Sharon's family and friends are left feeling uneasy when she disappears. They know Sharon is a fighter, but that doesn't make them any less worried. Every minute is a psychological struggle, with a faint hope that Sharon will return safely. Sharon's loyal fans know that she not only survived all the adversity, but also used her own strength to fight back against anyone who dares to threaten her. But the question is, how will Sharon overcome this situation when she has no idea that she is being hunted by two enemies? While Sharon is imprisoned, Ian and Jordan continue their plan, believing that they have an absolute advantage. But what these two do not expect is Sharon's mental strength. From unconsciousness, Sharon gradually regains consciousness and begins to find a way to escape the dangerous situation. The tense moments, her risky escape plans are what keep viewers hooked, making them unable to take their eyes off the story. Besides, Phyllis' hatred for Sharon continues to be a factor that complicates the situation. Phyllis doesn't realize that she is being controlled by her own prejudices from the past, preventing her from seeing the truth that Sharon is a victim. But can this vendetta be resolved when the truth is revealed? Sharon knows that to clear her name, she must confront the truth and her enemies. But this journey is not just about clearing her name, it is also a chance for Sharon to prove that she is stronger than anyone thinks. Sharon's fight is not only a personal story, but also a symbol of the fight against the darkness and evil that is haunting Genoa City. Sharon Newman's story on The Young and the Restless is an emotional journey, filled with tension and constant surprises. With each step, Sharon not only seeks to clear up misunderstandings, but also confronts the pain of the past to build a stronger future. Can Sharon overcome this darkness and find her own light? Or will Ian and Jordan's machinations get her down? Nick Newman seems uninterested in the prospect of a romantic reunion with Sharon or Phyllis, two women who have played a significant role in his life. Meanwhile, Stafford's edgy and charismatic Phyllis Summers remains single. However, there appears to be a new love interest in Phyllis' life, Billy Abbott. While it's too early to tell whether they'll make it in 2025, the initial glances and curiosity could set the stage for a surprising story. Sharon Newman, on the other hand, has come to appreciate what Nick represents in her life after a year of turmoil and challenges. From the twinkle in her eye, to the soft voice, to the emotional demeanor, it's all a sign that Sharon is ready for another reunion with Nick, aka Schick, a relationship that fans of both have loved. Only time and further developments will answer these questions. One thing is certain, Sharon will never stop fighting. A major drama is coming up, with Sharon, Phyllis, and Nick at the center of the story. All three characters are guaranteed important roles with long-term contracts, which reassures fans that their complex relationship will continue to be explored and developed in the future. The lives and emotions of each character not only bring diversity, but also open up new turns for the story, where love, jealousy, and old memories intertwine. Nick, the central character in this relationship, may soon become Sharon's choice as the story reaches its climax. The revival of Schick is not only Sharon's wish, but also the dream of many fans who have followed the couple for many years. This is also an opportunity for both iconic actors to once again show their depth and chemistry on screen. Phyllis, with her strong personality and ability to create interesting conflicts, is certainly not to be overshadowed in this story. She deserves to be placed on the same level as this wonderful trio. Even though Sharon and Nick are getting closer, Phyllis' presence is still a key element, not only increasing the drama but also adding depth to the story. The future of Sharon, Phyllis, and Nick is full of potential and surprises. Who will Nick choose? Will Sharon truly open her heart to reunite with her old love, or will Phyllis find her own way with Billy? These questions will inspire fans to continue following their emotional journey. Whatever the choice, one thing is for sure, this trio will continue to rock the screen with their love stories and unpredictable twists. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the latest news.